and welcome to Dice Ministry.
Yay!
As you can see, we're short a couple of players. Unfortunately, KT is not feeling well, so she's not going to be joining us today. And Sheridan has family in town, so, blame her, not us. But welcome to Crit Chicks. This is our Wednesday night D&D show where I DM Dungeons and Dragons for usually 6, but these 4 lovely ladies. Before we get started, some quick announcements. First and foremost, Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. I host our Monday show here on Dice Ministry every Monday at 1 p.m. Arizona time called Mondays with Ministry, where we paint minis or play board games or do other stuff. You never know what you're going to find. I'm also an individual streamer on Tuesdays and Thursdays over at my channel, Buzz351, same as my Instagram, noon and 7 p.m. I do things like art and video games and stuff. And don't forget, every Mondays and now Fridays, we will be uploading past episodes of our shows to our YouTube.
Yes. Thank you. And to rep Sheridan, even though she's not here, she is now a podcaster. So it's Flick Chicks on SoundCloud, or not SoundCloud, Spotify.
Wherever
or whatever.
podcasts can be found now.
Yes. So check her out. Then I'm going to go pass it over to our, 2. God, you just say 3. Now it's all 2 again. The Crappy Ladies of Crit Chicks, my lovely wife.
And his side chick. Just kidding.
That's my side chick.
Yeah, that's the true story.
If only.
She's my other side, my side chick.
Oh, okay. Twice removed.
Wait, side, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are witnessing my personal health. Anyway.
So I make these beautiful dragon sacks. You can hold lots of things in them. I like to stuff my dice in there. You see how... Yeah. And you can buy these on my Etsy shop. Dragon sack, one word, on Etsy. And very soon I will have these giant dragon eggs up for sale.
So great.
Actually, no. You can actually buy them custom now on my shop. I
Yay!
like them. So, yes. And very soon I will have dragon scale jewelry. Am I forgetting anything from my shop?
No.
No, okay. And KT, Geek Me Up Scotty is her Etsy shop. She does dice jewelry, all kinds of things. Her Etsy shop, again, Geek Me Up Scotty.
I am at the Chic Fey, CHICFEY. I make custom elf ear cuffs, necklaces like the one I'm wearing, earrings, all sorts of things. And at any of our shops, you can use the promotion code Dice Ministry, all one word, and you will get 10% off. And we all do custom orders as well. So hit us up and buy all of our stuff.
Please.
All of it.
Please give us your money.
Special announcements.
So if you guys have been following our social medias, you've already heard about this. For those of you who don't, you should be. And we recently partnered with Dungeon Depths, which they're amazing. You need to follow them on Instagram and all the social medias right now. Well, not right now. Wait until after the show, but you need to do it. They are providing all of our Dice Ministry merchandise, which includes socks. Their socks are awesome.
Yes.
And beanies and t-shirts and caps. Just, it's amazing. You need to go and check it out. You can follow all of our Instagrams if you want to find them. And they're amazing. And I'm probably going to spend my entire paycheck on them.
Buy their stuff. Buy their stuff. No, buy their stuff.
So the lesson tonight, folks, is spend all your money on us. I mean, really.
We need it.
Really.
It goes right back into the channel.
Yeah, we need some new
We get
equipment.
beautiful things for you guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if you look, I think it's right here on your screen. There's a little bar, donation bar. We're working up to getting new cameras for the stream. So your donations go directly to that. The donations also have perks that go along with them. So check that out. Subscribe, donate, and just help support the channel and make it a better production for you all. Anything else?
Nope, we're good.
Great. So, let's go ahead and hop back in. Last we saw our heroes. Arguments, guys. All the arguments. So you all...
Discussions.
we're in and amongst a web of political and criminal corruption in the city of Oslawar. A man named Marstair.
Who's
Bounce, you go wow wow.
Yes.
It's hot.
An alleged illegitimate heir to the throne of the kingdom you all are in.
You didn't describe him as hot.
He's super attractive.
Super attractive.
Is that HAWT or HOT?
Both.
Or like
Wow.
HOTT.
All three.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Yeah.
See, if Percy had known, this would have been a lot
I
nicer.
know,
You
that's
need
what I'm
to
saying.
mention these things.
Yeah, if you described him, but you also need to say, by the way, super hot guys.
Go on.
Knowing already.
The leader of a local crime group, Marsh Dyer, apparently he's hot,
Important.
all of the above, had sent one of his most trusted agents, Yavanna, to meet up with our heroes and facilitate a meeting between the groups. You all went, met with him, damn near made an enemy real quick. Luckily, Yavanna talked him back from just killing you all there on the spot, and you all departed his hideout. On the way back to your ship, you all were ambushed by a group from the Midnight Vale who had they're trying to steal your ship, your
Lake
airship.
pirates.
Lake pirates.
They're fucking pirates, guys.
Lake
Up the lake.
They're dead pirates now.
Oh.
Or
All
maybe
of
they're
them.
slave pirates soon. Don't discount the options.
Anyway,
I'm not opposed.
you all fought off the attackers, won the day, just as a group from the Horde of Victory approached to say hellos. They seemed to have come to assist you, but realized didn't need any help. You met Vic, the leader of the group, and his Minotaur friend, Brutus.
Also both hot.
Yes, yes. It's a rule in D&D, you introduce Minotaur, everyone wants to bang it. So,
Well,
you
Not
met,
everybody.
you talked, went back to your ship, had a discussion about his expectations from his time here in the city and what he wanted to do with it. He seems to want to help things for money, but still wants to help things and then go about his way. After you all talked with him, Brutus and Vic left the ship, and we leave 3 of you plus 2 NPCs who are now kind of quiet in the corner with Yavanna on the deck of the ship.
It's still nighttime, right?
Yes, it is. It's like midnight by this point.
And she just asked to spend the night on the ship.
yeah.
Well,
I just
they,
came back up the
They
gangplank.
didn't see that. That got cut off.
Okay.
Oh, did they?
I just
Okay.
watched the rerun.
I was wondering when it got
We
cut off.
said goodbye, and you were like, "I'm gonna walk him off."
So I
And
walked.
that
Yeah,
was
I
it.
walked him off and said I would be in touch, and then came back and said, "Would you mind if I stayed the night on your ship? I don't feel very safe walking back through the streets by myself."
And Luau said, "But first, Luau has a very important question that she must ask, but she did not feel it was polite and right to do it in front of the newer of new peoples, the man and his man-beast friend."
Vic and Brutus.
Yes.
That's very sweet of you to consider holding off possibly embarrassing questions. I'm not sure. Why don't we have a seat? I actually haven't had anything to drink myself.
And it's
Tonight.
raining. by the way.
We can head down.
If I'm welcome down, I'd be happy to.
I said we can head down. And we'll walk down.
I'll grab like the drinks, the
Okay.
cups. I'll kind of clean up a little bit.
We'll lead her down to the lowest level, where it's kind of just like the communal.
Okay.
Area.
Little communal area.
Where's
Yeah.
the kitchen stuff?
That's towards the aft of the ship, the back of the ship, on the second deck.
So we can hit that on our way down, just so
Yeah.
you know people that are sleeping on the second floor are not disturbed. And I imagine on the bottom floor is where we toss what's her butt in the closet.
Yes.
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 I don't want to be close to.
You guys do
where
have the
she's
little
at, though.
conference room at the bow of the ship, on the second deck, where you guys like eat your dinners and stuff. That's probably the most private place.
We want to go there then.
Yeah.
I'll go wherever you lead.
Cool beans.
We will leave there.
So you make your way down. What do you want to do in the kitchen?
I was going to make us some snacks while we talk.
Snack.
Yay.
Yay! That's a way to make new friends.
What are you gonna make?
Do we have asparagus?
Oh.
Probably not.
Then I would like to find a big slab of meat,
Okay.
find the salt,
Okay. It's already salted, but okay.
find the salt,
Oh god.
Okay.
and the pepper, and I would like to cook it so it's just warm on the outside.
seared.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
And after Raksha.
So as Raksha goes to prepare the food, you all go to the rest of you all go to the conference room. Great.
The rest of us, or
Yeah.
like the rest of us?
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody's
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah, the whole group.
So yeah, Nasara and Yoon
They are
join with you,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay.
Beans.
I will like set out everybody's drinks and pour for everybody.
Okay.
Should Luell wait for the Rakshas, or should
She'll
she?
show up eventually. She's not much of a talker.
After a surprisingly short amount of time, Raksha shows up with this slab of meat that isn't brown, it's gray on the outside, and looks pretty damn raw on the inside.
Thank
That-
you.
Oh.
And that looks wonderful.
I know, I can't wait to try it. I'm gonna take, I assume I have some cutlery or whatever,
course.
just cut off a big old piece of raw bloody steak.
It's just-
Does it look like we'd get sick from eating it?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. Luell will. I mean, Luell is predator, so Luell will take a small piece. It can't be worse than first.
I'll take a
one.
piece also.
It's very salty.
Luell will cut off the outside of the.
I take a big drink of wine. This is lovely. Raksha, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very good hostess. I appreciate your hospitality.
Man, I really wish I hadn't eaten so much earlier. So you take a bite. And,
Some more wine?
oh God,
Some
I'm
more
so
wine
full.
for you?
I was
Yes. I refill everybody's
You
wine.
have the stomach of a small creature.
Yeah, you know, my whole life I ate like a bird. It's the craziest thing.
You must eat a lot.
Phil's ears are folded back as she's trying not to like let in on the joke.
I'll start like taking Percy's whatever, how much she had left, like cutting it up into tiny little pieces like you would for a kid. Like, there, now you can snack on it when you get hungry
She's so
again.
sweet.
Thank you so much.
Should we get down to asking questions? I don't want to say business because I think we can have fun while we do this.
One quick question. Is
Yes.
Phantom out? Phantom was out last. Yes?
Phantom's in the ring.
Shit. Never mind. Cool. As you were. Cool.
So when the men's, when you suggested that we use our ship as meeting place with Vic and Brutus, and we were talking about the frisking, Luell figured easiest way to go about this was to use detect magics. So Luell does this, not to, invade anybody's personal, spaces or anything, but Luell noticed a faint shimmer that faded away. It could have been nothing. It could have just been, hint of something.
Luell,
something
here. What are you trying to ask me something?
There was magics on your face of
Divination.
divination.
And did I feel? I know you made me roll, but did I feel anything? Okay.
It went away pretty as we were leaving to walk to ship. But I was just curious if you would know about the thing.
How far away were we from Mars Dyers at that point?
You had already, so you were probably
We were quite a
like
ways
10,
away.
15 minutes worth
Okay.
of walking away at that point.
Well, I am not exactly sure what it is, but we do know that your very hospitable friend Raksha was put under the influence of a charm that, unfortunately, it's okay. I understand. No hard feelings, just perhaps steal your mind a little harder next time, and maybe I can help you with that at some point.
Yes, I would appreciate it.
I can't say that they weren't trying to do the same to me, and it would have been a little bit more believable if I had attacked you all, right? As opposed to somebody that you trust, as far as Raksha goes. However, that might not be the right school of magic.
Luell does have thoughts on this.
I do as
but
well, yeah.
Luell was wondering if your man friend, Mr. Stare, Mr. Stare may have not necessarily had a moment of distrust in you.
Oh, he doesn't trust me more than he trusts his closest ally, which is not very much. We provide each other with a mutually beneficial relationship. I give him certain things, he provides me with certain things, but he would absolutely use me as a pawn in gaining power if he could.
Would I know of a spell that would do the thing?
To cast divination magic?
Yeah.
Anything that, so roll an Arcana check.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, so for divination magic, you've seen Percy cast guidance. That's divination. Things that you would know, like beast bonds, divination, comprehend language, detect evil and good.
Anything along like spying nature.
Yeah, would I... is this ringing like any bells since I've been with him for a while? Like, is it...
There's nothing that rings any bells with him. You've never seen him use magic.
Okay.
before.
I've never seen him use magic?
And
Interesting.
there's a lot of things that, I mean, divination is all about spying. That's the whole purpose of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
The whole school of magic is about spying either on a situation, a person, or reading into things that you wouldn't usually be able to read into.
That's why I was clarifying, because the first couple spells that you
Yeah.
they were not so spyful.
Yeah.
However, I've never seen him use magic.
But Vic did say that he's seen him cast magic, so.
Oh, I got there.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
However, Vic told us that he was one of the most powerful arcane users he's ever seen. He 100% keeps certain things close to heart. He doesn't open up to many people. However, there are many people in this city that know who I am and the information that I have attained. And all of them are probably going to try to access that from me. Could have been
Squeaky shit.
the mouse on a motorcycle. Could have been any one of the leaders, and since we were attacked by the Midnight Veil, it wouldn't surprise me if one of them had tried to discover something from me.
Yes, of course. Luau had also had those thoughts, but Luau is sometimes not most blunt person and thinks, worst case scenarios.
I appreciate you telling me.
Especially since you're trying to be sneaky
Yes.
on both of the sides with,
Thank you, Luell.
did not want to give away the game plans.
I like the way you think. Don't ever want to give away too much to anybody.
Yeah.
However, I'm not a fan of anyone trying to pry into my mind, so...
Luau is also not a fan. Luau's had this happen several times. Luau had man and brain. It was a whole thing. But Luau shares sentiments. Yes.
Does anyone else have something they'd like to ask me? I'm staying on your ship, and we have met only a few hours ago at this point. And I know you must not trust me very much. She kind of
Whatever
looks
gave you
towards
that
Percy.
impression.
Some people are more upfront with showing their emotions on their face than others. Ask me what you will. I am not going to provide you with every detail of my life. As I'm sure you can imagine, some things you don't tell people you have just met. But if you want to know a little bit more about me, you can ask away.
I don't know you. I don't know your motivation just yet. And that bothers me. And I cast zone of truth on you. It means you couldn't lie to me, but you speak in riddles, so that means literally nothing to me. So I'm gonna say this once. This is my family. You fuck with them, I will make you regret it. In this life, and the next, and whatever else comes after that.
She will bring you back to do it again.
You all hear this, and then Miss Harris goes,
That's perfect.
sorry, guys, sorry.
Look, I don't need to know every detail of your life. I don't care. I haven't shared every detail of mine, nor do I expect any of them to. We all have our private lives. Just don't fuck up.
Do you want to know my motivations?
As pertains to us, yes.
I was honest when I said I needed a way out of this town. I've been sensing the end to my relationship with Marstair, and I've been with him for about a year now. I deal with men like him a lot, for a long time. I deal with mind games and with information, which is why I speak in riddles and I choose my words carefully. When you are surrounded by powerful and sometimes sadistic men, you learn to do that. And it does keep people at a certain distance, which is great sometimes. However, I do need your help. And I will try to be as open with you as I can. However, we all have certain habits that we slip back into sometimes. Maybe you can help me. You can be my guiding light when I start to speak in riddles.
Oh, I'm definitely calling you out on your bullshit.
And I will call you out on yours once I get to know you a little bit more and it's not as offensive. I may speak in riddles, but I do speak plainly and bluntly when someone has earned my trust. And I don't trust any of you at this point either. Remember, I am alone on your ship. You all know each other, you all trust each other. I cannot take all of you on. I am not so ignorant to think that I could. I am trusting that you will all not murder me in my sleep. I'm at a disadvantage here.
Really not very smart.
It's not. I need to leave this town, and I don't know how easy that will be for me. And after the information I learned from Vic tonight, I don't show fear easily, but I don't know that Marstair will let me go willingly or without a fight. And I am willing to provide you with information, and I have a lot of it. If, when the time comes, you will help me leave, even if it means fighting Marstair.
Look, I don't do well with people in general.
Good thing I'm tiefling.
You know it.
I do.
Obviously, none of us are particularly good with words. You seem to be much better at it than us.
She pointed right at me.
Yeah, I did.
Laugh outside of character.
I'm not too prideful to admit that our relationship could be mutually beneficial. Like I said, just don't make me kill you.
Don't make me kill you either.
Well, it's not so
I like you
fond.
slightly more.
Well, it's not so fond of town
Just
either.
like this,
I
like,
mean,
less.
well, I've seen many reasons already. We've only been here, what, 3 days? 2 days. We've only been here 2 days.
This is the
And,
beginning
well,
of your third day.
Well, I would really like to go had we not learned certain things.
Which brings us to a very important point. We can leave tonight.
Well, I was also going to ask this, but well, was now bothered with what is it that they say, the happiness in not knowing things?
Ignorance is bliss, love.
Yes, that.
Yes, there are a few things here that are really bothering me too.
There's a lot more than just a few things that even for someone who deals with criminals and turns a bit of a blind eye to things that go against the law, that don't sit right with me either. However, the criminal organizations in this town also have a mutually beneficial relationship. They need each other to survive. If you go after one, you may as well pick a fight with all of them, unless we can bring some sort of disturbance or rift to their relationship.
What do you have in mind?
Well, the Midnight Veil attacked us tonight in Marseille's territory. That goes against all rules that have been set in place by the organizations. That attack needs to be spread far and wide. People need to know that happened. However, and I kind of look towards the closet to where we're keeping S, their motivations for that you might have a little bit of an influence on what people think the Midnight Veil is trying to accomplish. They work hand in hand with, let me just, who do they work with? With the 77s, right? Which is the human trafficking organization. They bring in people across the lake for the 77s. Perhaps if rumors were to spread that the Midnight Veil was looking to corner that market themselves, and I may have a contact. I do have a contact with the 77s. Not the most influential contact, but could prove beneficial nonetheless.
Well, we have a prisoner to interrogate and possibly let loose with some information of our own.
We do think a lot alike, Percy.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
Please do.
Well, if you'd like, I can try to pass that on her. If you think that would help.
I do. I also have a few things that I can add to help your abilities be a little bit more persuasive to her and for her to actually speak. If you'd like to do it together.
I'd like to see what you're capable of.
Okay. Does anybody else? Yeah.
So who's gonna go down and get us?
I will.
Okay. So you go downstairs towards the back, on the bottom deck towards the aft of the ship. In the back you see on the left the door that Syl lived behind for so long, and then to the right the cell where you threw S.
Oh my god, you guys have cells.
Well, we have a closet.
Yeah, it's basically a closet.
I'm gonna take out
It's a reinforced closet.
my Frostbrain Great Axe in one
Okay.
hand.
May I say that we sent Ian with her so she's not by herself?
Yes, Yun will go with you.
And which way does the door open?
I mean, it's gonna open in.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna kick it in.
real quick, I'm gonna, like, before they leave, I'm like, don't say a word. You're trying to intimidate her with just your presence.
Flex a lot and grunt.
So if you kick in the door, it's gonna break the door, and it's your door.
Yeah, please.
Okay, I'm not gonna kick it in. I'm gonna like slam it open, but not hard enough to break it.
Okay.
With my other hand.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at her.
Okay. She's just there. Her hands are bound, and she looks at you.
I'm just gonna probably.
Where are we going? Make an intimidation check.
Tell you just a grunt.
That was a
Just
horrible
literal.
grunt. Horrible grunt.
3. She goes. No.
Isn't she like tied up?
She's
Yeah.
tied up. Yeah.
Or her hands.
Slam the axe down into the plank so it's
So the floor
no.
opens
Okay,
up.
okay. I'm just gonna drop it so it kind of sticks in a little.
So your axe head sticks into
Okay,
the,
okay, I'm not gonna do that.
the flaming axe on the
No,
wood.
I said frostbite.
Yeah, she said
Oh, frostbite.
I'm gonna take the butt of the axe, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly like tap her on the nose.
Okay. She just looks at you.
What does Yoon do?
Yoon just stands and watches.
Yeah, actually, you're the
Yeah.
one with Yoon. What does Yoon do?
Get your fugly ass up. I'm gonna look at you. Did I use that word right?
She goes, yes?
Get your butt up, and we're going upstairs.
All right. She stands
I'm gonna
proudly.
let her walk in front of me a little bit, and then I'm gonna like shove her in the middle of the back of the butt of my axe to get her to move faster.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Oh, jeez. Oh, hey. What's 19 plus 7?
26.
Athletics check.
Yeah, athletics.
Okay.
My athletics
Yeah.
is plus 7.
It pushes and she kind of stands back up, looks back at you, gives you a nod, and keeps walking.
I'm just gonna walk behind her upstairs, make sure she doesn't try anything funny.
Okay. She gets upstairs, she looks around, she says, where are we going?
I bet she sees everything in the leadership.
Your hands bound in front of her or behind her?
In front of her.
I'm gonna direct her to.
Okay. The director, she says. She enters in the room, and she enters. You see, she's human. Kind of a strange coloration on her skin. It's almost gray-like, but still tan. It's a strange color that you can't really make out. Dark black hair, fine features, and she's kind of wearing like light studded leather armor with her scabbards still from where she had her scimitars, and she
doesn't have weapons on her, right?
no,
It's
you
been
shoot this arm.
Okay.
Yeah. And she walks over to the table. She looks at an empty chair. May I sit?
No.
By all means, please.
Thank you. And she sits down in the chair.
Should we have Yoon and Nassar in the room? Because Nassar's all kill happy and Yoon is very, don't smack around the person too much.
We're just going to have a friendly conversation.
I'm gonna stand right behind her.
It was mostly player, not.
Well, outside of
So-
character, Nassara had mentioned multiple times that she was like looking real low on HP and wanted to sleep.
Yeah, Nassar
Yeah.
could have gone to bed.
Okay.
And we'll have Yoon watch the door.
Sure.
And we would have instructed Raksha not to fuck this up.
Don't kill, just maim.
And Yoon goes, no maiming, from outside.
I'll say I sent that to a message to Raksha. You just you hear, don't kill, just maim if needed.
In your head. That's it. And she sits and she looks at you all. How can I be of assistance?
S.
Yavana.
So good to see you.
Hmm.
Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you.
Some meat. Raksha here has prepared a lovely meal for us.
Looks like shit. No thanks.
You're quite rude.
I'm gonna slap her on the back
Yeah.
of the head, just like open palm.
She kind of just. So,
We have some questions for you.
I'm sure you all do.
Would you like to tell us why you openly attacked us in the wedge?
You wanted this ship.
Anything further than that?
No.
What other information can you provide us?
You know, something that won't make us want to kill you.
No.
I think I fear death. You are using the wrong tactics.
Well, I can think of things worse than that.
Like undeath.
I am going to, from like my upper hip, I'm gonna take out my dagger and I prick my finger a little bit and I rub the blood that comes off a little bit together and I mutter a few arcane words and I cast Bane on her.
Okay.
I need her to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Yes.
Okay. So she.
It's a D4.
D4
That
for
adds
saving
subtract.
throws or attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I am also going to cast. I don't have that.
question for you.
DM or S?
DM.
Okay.
How much poison do you think I would have been able to make between the fishing town and here?
I'd probably say like 4 vials.
Out of my poisonous fish?
Mm-hmm.
With my expertise in poison, do you think I would know enough to like make her really sick, but not kill her?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I just needed that little tidbit of information.
Okay.
I don't have the spell I thought I had, but so she is less likely to be able to pass your zone of truth if you want to cast that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
As she's casting that, I'd say I take out my whole scabbard with my wakizashi in it, and I pop her right in the nose, and I just lean in and I say, I suggest you answer this lovely woman's questions.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
If I snarl behind her, can she get advantage?
Make an intimidation check. We'll see if it helps.
Well, I'm also standing right behind her too.
Ooh, 19.
19. I'll give you advantage.
Ooh. Okay. 20.
20. Okay. You smack her in the nose and she kind of...
Play nice, S.
Well, this will be fun.
Does she look like well kept, other than
Very
something
well kept.
done to her?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Ooh.
3.
3. She
She's
looks
insightful.
beat up a little bit from the fight, but other than that, she looks pretty well kept.
I'm gonna grab her hair and
Uh-huh.
twist some of it around my head. She's got long hair, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna take the axe and just do like a chop job on her hair.
She just sits and she kind of like pulls against, and as her hair's pulling, she winces a little bit, but she just lets it happen.
And then I'm just gonna take the hair and drop it in her lap.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her a chance to answer some questions.
I feel like that's the most brutal thing I heard. It's worse than what I did.
So, Percy's gonna kind of sit back and just stare at her and cast Zone of Truth.
Okay, she fails.
Why were you sent to attack us?
Because we want the ship.
Why do you want the ship?
Because it's an airship.
Are you trying to leave?
No, it'll be a great asset to any piracy campaigns we have on the lake or the sea.
And there's, as far as you know, no ulterior motive.
What all are you guys piracy?
Money, goods, people.
What kind of goods?
Anything that we can get our hands on. Textiles from the south, weapons from the east, people from wherever.
Any drugs?
Yes.
Maybe ones you give to the Welts?
Yes.
No, I just want to smack her.
Give her a smack.
Not too hard, just kind of like a...
Leave us surprise.
That.
She pushes her off the table.
Racist!
Speciesist.
So she kind of just...
Okay, I have a question outside. The ruler or the leader of the Midnight Veil is called the Cover of Clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did this order come from? Is everyone call him the Cover of Clouds? Is there a nickname?
Cloud.
Okay.
There should be a right next to it his nickname.
Cover.
Cover.
Okay.
It's Cover. Yeah.
Did this order come from Cover themselves?
Yes.
How's your relationship with the 77s and the Welts?
Amicable.
Elaborate a little bit more, please. Unless you would like a black eye to help you remember.
She just leans in.
Laura's gonna reach in her bag, kind of fiddle around and grab out a vial.
Okay.
This is her fishy poison.
Okay.
She leans forward.
Yeah, she leans forward. As she leans forward, she kind of blinks, and you see as she blinks, like her eyes, there's a second set of eyelids that, real quickly behind her eyes.
Oh, this bitch is inhuman.
Mm-mm. Do I sense something else is going on with her? Like,
I'll have you make an insight check on that one.
yeah.
Just gonna uncork her little vial.
Okay.
21.
21. She's definitely trying to hide some things from you.
Yeah.
She's dodging around the answers,
Right.
truthfully, but dodging around the answers.
Yeah.
She's leaving big chunks of information out, for sure.
Okay.
Did we all notice the?
Just, well, with her passive insight.
My huge passive insight that the DM hates. S, dear. We both know that you know more information than you're providing us. I suggest you start telling us a little bit more. And I fiddle with my wakizashi a little bit and then unsheath it. Take her hand and just hold out her pinky, the blade up to it, and say, please start talking.
Make an intimidation check.
What, really? That's not awesome. 11.
Okay. You do that, and she kind of just sets her elbows on the table and pulls the pinky out for you, and then goes,
Did I ever learn the name of the fish?
you did, but I don't have it written down right
But
in
I
front
know
of
the
me.
name of
Yeah,
the fish?
yeah.
Cool. So Laura's gonna kind of swirl it around. So the lady needs to start talking. Miss S. Luau is a healer, a physical healer, not the magical means. But this also means that Luau knows how to... And Luau does not like to be pushed to this point. But Luau knows how to hurt the peoples to the point where the magics cannot be helped.
You've been interested, like,
I'm gonna dip my claw in just enough.
Okay.
This is the poison of a...
very intimidating.
Even I have not been able to make anti-venoms for this yet. I can make you very sick for a very long time. Or I might just slip up. I might cut you a little too deep if you do not start answering questions.
Make an intimidation check.
Do I believe her with everything she just said?
Make an insight check.
20.
22.
Okay. Does she believe you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is truths.
Okay.
I have
She-
expertise in both the medicines and the
Yeah.
poisons.
She.
Do I believe that you would
as,
do that to
as
her?
you're saying, yeah, you said yes.
It has to deal with my homeland. She's fucking. This
As-
is her one thing.
You say all this, she goes, I believe you. Again, you cannot scare me. She kind of just sits back.
What do you fear more than death?
I do not know fear.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
Real quickly, I want to face step and then reappear right where I'm standing.
Okay.
She's got to make a dex save or be frightened of me.
Okay. With disadvantage because she's tied down.
And -4.
Good. It's only one. So that's a 17.
That saves.
Yeah.
21.
21. 100% telling the truth. Something inhuman about her nature with that.
What are you?
I'm just gonna pop her vial. She's got. She fucking needs.
So
She leans forward towards your hand. She looks at you and she says, I mean, you want tea? And she opens her mouth, reaches forward, and sucks the poison right off your finger.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I'm resistant to poison, aren't I? You son of a bitch. It would have worked on anybody else. It had to be her.
And
We couldn't tell, like, that
it was just the eyelids.
Yeah.
She's Yuan-Ti pure blood. Make a history check. You all can make a history check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
22.
Not natural 20.
10.
10. Okay.
15.
Okay. So with all that, you guys can all kind of surmise that the story of the Yuan-Ti are of people that know no emotion. 100% emotionless, including fear. So it seems your attempts to intimidate, while they would be working, for some reason she's just... The things that you're presenting to her, she's not afraid of pain, she's not afraid of death, she's not afraid of anything.
Right.
She's just...
I resheath my wakizashi and I sit down and say, obviously we're getting nowhere with this. You don't fear death. You don't know fear at all, you just said. What can we offer you for your assistance?
Offer me
Yes.
more than I'm already offered. Money, power.
Do you really think cover will give you power?
I already have power.
Not enough, clearly.
Yeah.
I command my own ship.
Ooh.
And you do his bidding.
I do. Because he is stronger than I am.
And do you think that will ever change?
One day it may. And if it does, I will kill him. Then I'll be the strongest of the Midnight Bed.
What if we can expedite that process?
By killing cover.
Or
Removing him from power in some way.
or perhaps another organization that you have interest in? There may be a vacuum of power soon here, and there may be need of someone to take control of some of the illegal organizations put in place.
Well, until that time, I'll be here waiting. She kind of just leans back in the chair, sits back. There's a knock on the door. You open the door. How's it going?
Who comes in?
You.
Oh. Making great progress in here. Thank you, Yoon.
Yeah, she's really motivated.
She looks down at her. You're not hurting you too much, are you?
We haven't hurt her at all.
Not a good tactic to use with her, apparently.
Good. And she closes the door.
I think our questioning for tonight is over. Raksha, would you mind gently escorting her back to her cell, wherever you keep her?
I can escort her back. Grab her hands, grab the whatever she's bound with,
Mhm.
and just kind of like hoist her up.
She
And
stands.
then, before you stop, I just say, and perhaps hog tie her, bind her, and gag her also, just to be safe.
Sounds like fun.
For me.
Don't I know it?
And she goes with you.
Just dragging her behind me.
Okay.
Trying to walk fast so she's like tripping over her
She-
own feet.
Make an athletics check. With disadvantage, because she's about the same size as you.
Dang it! Math. 16.
Okay, succeeds. So she's kind of tripping over herself, but she seems not to be too bothered by it. She falls down the stairs at one point. Yoon picks her up and helps her back up. Take her back to her cell.
I'm gonna hog tie her.
Okay, make a dex check.
Oh dear. Just straight dex.
Straight dex.
13.
13. Okay. You tie her up, leave her in the closet.
And was there still any of her... No, that wouldn't work. I'm gonna find something to gag her with.
Yeah, it's easy enough. There's plenty of stuff on the bottom deck, burlap sacks and stuff that you can just tie her up with.
I'm gonna kind of like hold her face, and then put like whatever on the end of the butt of my axe because I don't want her to bite me, and just
Okay,
and then I'm gonna go back upstairs.
cool. She's thoroughly gagged, and you make your way back upstairs to the rest of the group.
I'm feeling frustrated.
Luell is fucking pissed. Like,
That was literally the worst person we could have taken as prisoner.
Should we just kill her? Can we still use her?
Not without a really strong charm spell.
Actually, doesn't have
Do we know, does Nasara?
Have any charm spells?
Yeah.
it. Yoon does.
Yoon has charming goggles.
Yeah, that just gives her advantage on her charisma checks against.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're the same.
Yeah.
Really? Because I thought it was that
Percy-
she was. It gave her the ability to charm person
Yeah.
3 times.
Charm person just gives you the ability to just, you don't get to control them. It just gives you an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You have to dominate person, dominate one.
Option A, dashed, unfortunately. However, like I said, I do have an in with the 77s, and I can set up a meeting with him tomorrow, before or after our brunch with Marseille. And I also have information on a gentleman who has a deal with the Midnight Veil, but is looking for a way out. He is, what do you consider him, like a government employee? Carmen?
I'm drawing a blank.
He runs the docks and is in the pocket of the Midnight Veil. But there are rumors that have come to me that he would like out of this deal, but doesn't quite know how.
That seems worth talking to.
You guys have an in with the king, yes? Something that might be cultivated, yes? Some sort of relationship that's budding more than, let's say, I do.
Well, he doesn't want to kill us just yet. And
And-
he's somewhat afraid of us.
He wants you to do work for him, correct?
Well, first he wanted us to pass test of not accepting deals with the factions. He said he would know, but I mean,
We haven't accepted deals yet.
What is your motivation here? What do you all hope to accomplish? Then perhaps we might know what we're working towards.
well, Luell's motivations this is big crime hub. I mean, that have personal connections to Luell's homeland. And Luell and friends were promised an army.
By the king,
Yes. If we helped him.
an army to invade your homelands?
Free. I would say invade is the right word here.
So real quick, Carmond is the admiral of the Western Fleet of Ocelana.
Okay.
He's an admiral.
We could just get on our ship, stay on our ship, and fly out of here. And just leave this place behind. But
The army is the big thing. That and Luell has personal dealings with the 2 Tabaxi peoples.
the fact that they're enslaving their own people
Yeah.
is
And drugging them and
The thing is, they all work together, as you
Yeah.
now see that. We might not be able to root out every crime organization completely, but before we leave, we might be able to make some waves, put a big damper in their business, ruffle some feathers, However, to get this army from the king, what does he require of you?
To get rid of the crimes.
All of them? What were the stipulations of this agreement?
I think he wants a firmer grasp on the reins. I think as of right now, he's no more than a figurehead. He has very little power. And his few attempts to regain that power have not gone well, i.e. Vic.
Does not help that all of his, right hand peoples are in pockets of everyone.
Yes. He has an illusion of power that only he is fooled by. However, what do you know of the Queen? You brought up her a few times and avoided any further questioning about her. It is known that she's sick.
Well, and Nasara had noticed that she was not well and left the dinner in a hurry. We did not see certain events firsthand. Well, I guess Nasara did through Phantom, but
What was
We
seen?
don't believe that her illness is of the natural sort.
not the kind that the law can handle.
You think that someone is poisoning her or affecting her health?
More along lines of cursings?
Something like that.
Do you think her actions are her own?
She did not do anything nefarious, and she
We
did
don't
not.
have much to go on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We asked the king, and he
That was
doesn't
enough.
quite trust us enough to help with that particular situation.
That was us
What did his
helping-
body language say? Was he sweating? Did he fidget?
Do I remember any of that?
You can roll
These are just
An
things
insight check,
these are just things that
remembering
Yvonne would
back.
look for.
and we'll see if you remember, because this is going to be a high DC, because it's been a day at least.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad. That's 21.
Okay. DC was 20 to get some
Oh,
information. Yeah. He was uncomfortable with the question. He definitely seen that he put a wall up as soon as that question was asked, and he was very guarded about his queen.
I will relay that information to him.
Okay.
Which could just because we are strangers asking about his wife.
It could be.
Very bluntly, we're not good with the
However,
What-
perhaps not.
What do you know of the queen? She doesn't seem to be from around here, right? She was from somewhere else?
that was one of the sons, the one of the prince's
Oh,
Yeah.
wife.
never mind.
She was the foreign lady.
Do I know anything about her than what I have, which is just her?
Nope,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah, she's from the area.
Yeah, all I know, unfortunately, is that she's unwell.
And that's common knowledge.
For me, it is. It's probably not super common knowledge among you. For me, it's common knowledge. For commoners, probably not.
Fair enough.
Is there another army that we could maybe recruit to help with the Crimson King?
What does not know this? I mean, this is the first time we've been promised an army. I mean, we should not jump at first.
But yet
First the guy,
you are unsure about the exact details of what it would take for you to get this army. That is
He was vague.
I don't think he trusts us enough or believes that we are capable enough.
He said,
To
"I
deliver.
won't know if I trust you until I know." Maybe something along those lines.
You are in the city of politics and untrusting men
Yeah.
who are usually ruled by someone behind the scenes.
So, like everywhere else. Look, I don't have much personal stake in the matter, but I don't condone what's happening here. And if we can make it better, then I would like to. You seem to know this place much better than any of us. What do you suggest?
Make an intelligence check.
I mean, because if Luella's being being Frank. Being frank.
I'm sorry, what was I doing?
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. 16.
16. So you do know that every piece of information that gets used against anybody that holds any semblance of power in the city comes through Marsteyer.
Okay.
So every organization depends on him.
Right. Okay. I also don't have much of a stake in anything that goes on in this town. I don't know if that's a curse or a blessing, but I don't easily get attached to people or things. However, there are certain organizations like the 77s that I have a little bit more of a distaste for. I don't like people being pressured into doing things that they're not willing to do themselves. This is why I think perhaps it is time to go to bed and rise early to meet Marseille for breakfast. He is the most influential man in this town. Whatever mistrust you have, know that mine is tenfold of that. However, you've come to the city of games. We must play his game. I know it might not be your thing, which is why I'm here.
Well, we could use the help paying for the crew.
He has money, he has power, he has information. And apparently he has great arcane magic. Let's see what we can get from him. Maybe extend his power a little bit. He is a powerful man. He's not a cruel man from what I've seen.
Well, you'd know better than me, I suppose. I am getting very tired, though. Luell, shall we retire?
Well, I guess so.
She kind of looks at the two of you. Oh, are you retiring together?
Luell does not lay with peoples in general, let alone peoples with no fur.
Yeah, she doesn't like us non-furries.
Luell's not big on being close to people's personal spaces and such.
I understand. I don't share that idea, but I understand. Is there a place that I could perhaps rest for the evening that's not the floor?
We should have extra hammock. Nasara is not allowed in hammocks after the incident.
No.
I'll have to ask her about that perhaps. If
So see that the Chitauri
her horns
invaded
and
from
her
this portal from the
tail.
sky and destroyed New York. Yeah, that's called the event.
Your horns and tail seem much more manageable than...
Actually, you notice that she does not have a tail.
Your horns seem much more manageable and lack of dinosaur butt.
We do have an extra cot in here.
There's room.
Thank you.
We're still docked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there somebody that can fly your ship around for the night? Perhaps I'd be more than willing to take a watch. I think being docked is... Everyone in the town wants your ship. It is not a rare thing, and people will fight to get their hands on it. I think Vic...
He's the gold!
And you do that, and you just hear the door open, and Zagal's like, I've been waiting right here the whole time.
What do I see? Who is this?
Zagal is a dwarven man.
Zagal.
Yeah. Yes,
He's adorable.
He wears fine like captain's clothes and this big old tricorn hat with feathers coming out from the back of it. He's kind of got
Anyone ever use a tricorn hat?
graying brown hair on the sides, this big old bushy beard that's well kept, well combed and straightened, and he looks tired and pissed, and he's just like, we shouldn't keep the Hellcat docked here.
Have you been listening in on us this whole time?
Rude.
No, but as a captain who knows his ship is a sitting duck.
Well, I think that's a terrible idea. I think you should fly this around while we get a long rest.
I'll set up a watch. All right.
I'm gonna stand up and go introduce myself to him. Oh, is this your ship?
I run it. My name is Zagal, captain of the Hellcat. I'm in the employ of these fine folks. welcome to the Hellcat as he extends his hand.
And I put mine, like, kind of palm down. Yvonne,
Fine to meet you.
thank you so much for having me on your ship this evening.
You're very welcome.
Could I like pull Nasara aside and just like
Nasar's asleep.
phantoms in the room?
Phantom's in her ring.
Never mind.
Well, Phantom, she always sleeps with Phantom out, so Phantom's out when she's asleep.
Then I'm gonna like, me and Phantom, we're cool. Like, he listens to me. I like nudge Phantom.
Okay. Phantom like wakes up and looks up at you.
I'm just gonna like try to make like eye contact, like. Which one can I cast? Just speak with animals.
Okay.
To be like, you know, keep an eye on things and make sure nobody who's not on a watch is not going places.
Okay.
No sleeping. Good boy.
So I'm not feeling particularly tired. If you'd like to go to bed, I can take first watch.
So, Zagal goes to sleep, and his first mate, the Dragonborn, she pilots the ship and flies it, and they kind of do this holding pattern around the lake. It's a big fucking lake.
What's the
ETW.
Dragonborn name? Dragonborn's name?
Yeah, can you pull it up real quick? Let's see. Her name is...
And this would be like his second mate,
Yeah, the first mate. Yeah.
first mate.
Her name is Jeshmi. She's a bronze dragonborn. She's actually short for a dragonborn. She's like just under 6 foot, but big, brawny, but slender compared to a dragonborn.
Right.
She's not huge. And she's scaly bronze skin that has small flecks of like pale teal on the edges of the scales.
Nice.
But yeah, she's
Pretty.
the one piloting the ship at the point.
Okay.
So I'll say I'll take first watch, and Ivana, if you'd like to join me, I'd appreciate the company.
I would absolutely love to. And I still, my beautiful like white leather is still disgusting, and I'm just gonna cast thaumaturgy and kind of like clean myself up.
That'd be
a little bit.
prestidigitation.
All right, prestidigitation of
Yeah.
thaumaturgy.
So we'll
I
take
can make
the
stuff.
last watch.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'll
first
stay up.
watch,
Yeah.
and Yoon will take second watch with you.
I'll take second and I'll help Luell with last.
That works. Okay, he's gonna sleep. All right. So
Okay.
for your first watch, the ship flies above the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no longer raining, but it's chilly above the cloud line.
And can we
circles.
see like if we're up on the deck? Can we?
through the clouds? Not really.
Okay.
No.
That's fine.
What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna. I know we're like sitting on barrels, just staring at each other.
For 4 hours, just
I'll
It's
be
like the
kind
end
of
of
like
the thing.
walking around the top of the deck if like I invite you to join me. Do you mind if I stroll the deck of ship?
trying to get my steps in.
Gotta get my step in.
So I'm just gonna sit there and just to keep myself awake. I'm gonna start casting like dancing lights,
Okay.
and then just like putting it out, dancing lights,
Okay.
putting it out.
So it's just.
While she's doing that, I'll kind of just be casting like minor illusion and adding little things that kind of, I don't know, like small little things that float through her dancing lights, kind
Just
of.
like-
Make just roll a spell attack for me and make a performance check.
Okay. That is a natural 20, so 26.
That is a 19.
Okay, so you guys eventually make like a pretty cool looking light show with like the lights spinning around.
Yes.
You get in sync with each other all of a sudden. Where like as soon as you know the lights are gonna go out, you kind of crescendo the performance as she brings lights back up and brings it back, and the few shipmates that are kind of on the deck keeping watch. They're like watching. They're
Like we lose all focus
Yeah,
of
we're
our
just like
and
really
we're
into
just
each
going.
other. Like, yes, this is about us.
so.
I'm like keeping my eyes on you.
And I am keeping my eyes on you.
I don't think you mean it like I mean it. Let me take out my flask. Hand it to her.
I will take what looks to be a big swig, but not actually drink as much as I
Okay,
am.
make a sleight of hand check.
12.
You notice that she doesn't take the full drink.
I'll look at her knowingly but not say anything. Because I do the same thing.
Okay.
I'm just,
Yeah.
So your watch goes by uneventful. Second watch is Nasara and you're Raksha and Ruel, right?
You those two
Yeah.
for the second, her for the last, and Raksha for the last.
Cool.
as well.
All right. So you and you take your watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me with advantage.
Perception. Non-natural 20.
Okay. So looking around, the air is clear. Stars are out. The moons are out. Beautiful night above the clouds. But nothing comes your way. There's nothing out of sorts. You do notice that the bronze dragonborn does go to sleep, and the second mate, Osmorn, the navigator, the half elf, he comes up and he takes the helm. Yeah, Osmorn. Yeah, goes by Oz.
During that time, I'd probably sit and just sharpen the edge of both of my axes.
Okay.
I'm referring to both of them as your axes.
Yes.
So as you sharpen the axes, like the whole act of sharpening is you grind away to make an edge.
Mm-hmm.
As you're sharpening, nothing grinds, as these items are magical, and they hold their edge naturally without any need. So it's comforting. It's cathartic. It's cathartic. Yeah. But other than that, your watch goes by uneventful. The sun comes up during your watch. So you guys went to bed about a little after midnight. Sun comes up halfway through your watch, and about 8 o'clock is when you're relieved. Well, you're relieved. No, you relieve you.
You relieve
You relieve you.
Relieve.
Yeah. So you got one of you can roll a perception check with advantage, or
What language is that? What language do you speak? New Orleans.
That's +7.
Yeah, you roll. I have a +3.
So it's an advantage.
yeah, with advantage.
26.
26? Yeah. The clouds dissipate. The cloud front actually moves south. And as it moves south, you see the lake beneath you, and then the city of. It just. You can see the outline within the main concourses of the white building. It's just surrounding the darkened wood of the slums behind them, just above.
Can I see any piratey things?
There are a few ships on the water, but it doesn't seem like there's any pirate activities happening. At least not here. But your watch goes by uneventful. You all get your long rests.
Yay!
Ooh.
Did you break it?
No. I zoomed in heavily on all of our faces.
Yeah.
And Zagal takes over on the helm as you all wake up. And what do you all like to do?
Well, I was tempted to just tell him to fly away.
As you're kind of talking about that for a moment, he leans down and says, "If y'all would like, I can't keep the ship in the air constantly. If you all would like, I can actually fly it south to Helvik, 18 hours a day, tops. And if you need me, you can call me back."
Did you not have things to do in Helvik?
Well, it does have things to do.
You can always come back after you all are done doing what you have to do here. Helvik ain't going nowhere.
Worst case
But I'd like to
scenario
be.
is we could meet him in Helvik, if for whatever reason you become
I agree.
it's not opportune.
I don't think it's a good idea to keep the ship here, though.
It's not.
Vic said too.
Everyone has their eyes on your ship.
How is Helvik?
It's actually a very fine little town.
How long does it take to get there?
By foot, Days.
No,
How-
by ship.
By ship,
18
18 hours.
How long is it? All on land?
It's all land. Yep.
Like what if like on horse or something like that?
But being on a horse, it basically takes 4 hours off, or as it takes 4 hours off your travel time every day. So instead of
How many
well,
days did you say originally? On
I'd have to look at it and kind of see,
Yeah.
but it's straight shot flight. It's 18 days.
18
I'm
days.
sorry, 18
Oh,
hours.
okay.
Listen, wait.
I was
Um,
confused.
So, by hex, so my map is in
Yeah.
hexes, the Hellcat can travel a hex per day.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, a hex per hour. You guys can travel on foot a hex per day. So there's mountains and things between you and Helvik, so you have to kind of go around. So it's a little bit longer of a walk.
But I am sorry, I missed. How many did you say by foot? How many days?
I have to look it up. I
Oh,
have to
okay.
count.
I
It's
thought
gonna
you
be.
were
It's
saying-
probably gonna be a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
He has a ring, right?
He does. We can always call him back if we need to.
He says, I have utmost faith in y'all's ability to find shelter, and hide away. A day is nothing. I can be back, and I'll be ready to go in a day. And if at any point y'all think that you're good and I can actually start repairs on the ship, because there's still needs some repairing to be done, we can do that. Speaking of which, if you have any coin,
I'll hand
For
another
that.
2 platinum?
he goes,
10 platinum?
that will get us started. And it takes 10 platinum.
Alright.
And-
I'll give him 20 just to be safe.
That works. And he says, and since I'll be gone, I will need an item to attune to the ship.
We
Well,
have an extra axe.
well, I could also lend wand and
What did the wand do?
Get the wand?
Yeah, when we tested the wand out, what did it do to the ship?
It's a wand of the War Mage, right?
yes. It made
It-
it sleek,
It made it sleek and it made it, there were like arcane sigils that were like,
and it briefly fixed it.
yeah, it was
For a
like,
little bit.
it temporarily
yeah.
repaired it.
Well,
Yeah.
it didn't it accelerate the repairs a little bit?
While they were repairing it, while it was in there, yes. But it made it look like it was repairing itself, but once it went away, the damage came back. Yeah.
What did the Frostbrand Great Axe do?
Just
Turned the
turn
fucker to
everything
ice. Yeah, it turned into an ice ship, which was kind of metal, but yeah.
You know what?
So we have an extra axe, or if you're not using the wand, but the wand might make it look like they need less repairs than they actually do.
So, well, what do you think would be better?
Well, you have 2 axes. She has 1 wand.
Well, no. Hand him my Great Axe, the
Okay.
Frostbrand.
Thank you.
Be careful.
Puts this giant axe over his shoulders. He walks away.
It's very becoming.
It looks. It's very big.
He just smiles and walks
He looks
up
like
to
he
them.
knows how to wield it.
Sure do. Got 4 kids back home.
That's unnecessary.
Why would you need
information.
to wield an axe? For
He
your-
turns and smiles at all of you.
Percy just winks at him.
So he puts the ship back in the water, docks, so you all can exit. Grab whatever you need for the time being. He slides the Frostbrand Great Axe into the helm, and as soon as you all are ready to depart, he'll fly away.
Go
Go
ahead.
No, by all means. No, you go first. You go first.
So I did not do so well with Mr. Stare last time. I really don't like him.
I don't think any of us do.
So to help me help us, yes. So I'm not so much a pain in the ass. Percy, may I have a drink from your flask?
If you think that'll help.
And I'm gonna like chug everything that's in there.
Oh
Okay.
god.
And then I'm going to look Percy. Like, I'm just gonna grab her and like kiss her hardcore. And you're gonna slowly see my body turn colors.
Yes! It finally happened!
Her body slowly starts to turn like this bright lime green, and her ice blue markings that look like circuits change to like these dark green vines with thorns on them, and every so often you see like here on her chin and like on her chest you see like these bright pink roses, and you can't really see her hair under the mantle, but it turns like a bright anime pink short hair, and her eyes are like bubblegum pink, and I'm just like, oh, thanks, darling.
Ivana is all about this.
And I'm gonna grab Ivana's face, and I'm gonna walk over and be like, you're cute too. And like,
oh yeah, she
hardcore
is.
makeup.
Luell's taking 3 big old fucking steps back. Luell is
I'm not entirely
ready.
sure we have time for this.
I just hold up a finger and I'm like we have time.
just
And
like
I am,
hardcore
yep, I am.
makeup.
So where
about
are you
it.
when this is happening?
me?
Where are you all?
I
when
mean,
you're
we're
doing
all
on the bow of the ship.
Yeah,
On the
like
bow of the
about ready
ship.
to walk off.
this? So every male shipmate just stops what they're doing and just watches. And like there's like a dock crew kind of working the
Damn it, I
shipyard.
was just about to go say bye to Z.
Like 8 of them just like stop and just look up at the bow of the ship as they watch this happen.
yeah, I'm getting
And
it.
then afterwards, I'm gonna thank you, and I'm gonna hand Percy back her flask, and be like, oh, there's a little. Sorry, I
Anytime,
drank
dear.
it all.
You
I'll refill it. I promise. Yes, Luell.
stay 2 steps back from the well.
I'm gonna do a little hop, hop.
Hop.
Damn it, I was just gonna cast Calm Emotions on you.
Oh, that would have been so much more convenient, but this is so much
This
more
is so much-
fun.
yeah, no, I
this
agree.
is like the best day of my life.
Bye, Seagal. I'm gonna put her back
I
on
am
her
going to
shoulder
like
and,
put.
get off
I'm
the
gonna go
ship.
arm in arm with Raksha.
I'm gonna like kind of remove my arm and put my arm around Ivana's waist and like tug her in a little and like
Yep.
bump her and be like,
Yep.
Well,
So Percy's gonna look at that and just be like, damn it. I'm gonna go say bye to Z.
Just go say goodbye to
You
Z.
go, baby.
She's on the second deck. She's getting ready to stow away like loose items so they don't rock in
S is
transit.
still on the ship.
Yeah.
Did we let them know that?
Who?
oh
S.
yeah.
Yes.
They know.
Okay.
Zagal knows.
Okay.
He keeps an eye on things. And you walk down. She says, "You're leaving, huh?
Technically, you're leaving. I'm staying.
You're leaving the ship. Don't worry. See you soon."
If you say so. Might get a little boring around here without you.
Well, it'll just make it better when you come back. And she like leans in, almost gives you a kiss, and just pulls away at the last second.
Nope, I'm grabbing her and pulling her in.
Make an athletics check.
Against a half orc.
Yep.
Roll. Ooh, that's an 18 plus 0.
You win. You get a kiss.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves.
You too.
Luell does want to talk to Zagal before we get off the ship.
Okay.
Don't feed the pest in the room. Yes.
Don't feed her at all.
Don't take the gag. Luell does not trust her.
Alright.
She charmed Raksha. Don't even.
Okay.
I don't care if you have to cut her belly open, put food in there, and sew her back up. Don't take the gag out.
She can go a day without food.
She can go days without food. She's not human.
All right. Well, if she's looking a little ill, I'll make sure we get her some food. Don't worry. We'll be able to handle this.
Well knows, but
I've seen many things happen on board this ship.
it's okay. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was lost in thought there for a moment. Anyway.
Ladies, it's
And
time
remember-
for breakfast.
Remember.
I remember. I got you.
When we come back, you're gonna paint me a picture of what you were just looking at. Yes.
Let's
What the
go.
fuck is that?
This is Raksha.
Raksha.
By the gods. As he like turns and walks away. Alright. So as you all disembark from the ship, the Hellcat lifts up off the water, and as it lifts up off the water, you see it's the wood seems to be like crackling with frost all up and down it. And the engines of the crystals, they turn the water beneath it to ice as it lifts out of the ocean, leaving this trail of frost behind it that quickly melts. as the sun has come up and it's warm. It's a warm day, and the ship flies. It clears the city and then turns south and heads back to Helvig.
Well, ladies, we are officially stranded. What now?
Let's go eat.
Breakfast.
I've already had my appetizer. Perhaps a main course now. Yeah.
I mean,
So
I wouldn't mind eating.
you all make your way to the wedge.
Percy is very conflicted.
I'll make your way to the wedge, where you go to the seditious bastard. You are told that Marstair is at a cafe around the back, like not attached to the bastard itself, but a different little shop that's kind of across the alley from it. So you make your way around the back. You know well, he likes to eat there once or twice a week. And as you all approach, you see it's a busy square where people are kind of milling back and forth between different shops or going to their rooms or where they live in the area. And kind of set off to the side and almost in the middle of this square, you see this one table, a long table set up where you see Marstair sitting. He's got the dark brown hair about shoulder length, the bright blue eyes, the angular, slightly elvish features. He has a low cut, like blouse shirt underneath a long coat jacket, and he kind of sits back. He kind of twirls something in his fingers. As you all approach, he looks up at you all, gives you a smile. You see there's a little platter with what looks like a few shot glasses made of metal as you all approach him. As he looks at you all and says, "Well, welcome back." That's where we go to break.
Yay! Empathy so bad.
So 10-minute break, guys. We'll be right back with you. Keep an eye on chat. We'll let you know when we're back. Might have to refresh. But keep an eye on everything. We'll be right back with you. We'll continue on here once we come back. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. We're back from break. I put in chat that we're back. Make sure that they know.
Yep.
And we'll pick right back up where we left off. So, you all approached Marstair in this busy, crowded area. There are people that are moving about pretty busily, and there are some tables set up. There's some people that are kind of shopping at different little small stalls. Nothing fancy, but Marstair's in the middle of this big crowd with this table placed in the middle of it by himself, just sitting there, waiting for you all. He spins like a small vial, sits and welcome. Have a seat, please.
Is there a seat like next to him?
Yeah.
I'll go up, give him a very luscious kiss.
Okay. He kisses you back.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
Is there another seat, like, to the other side of him?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna slink up to that and sit down and make a show of, like, crossing my legs. Just be like,
Who is this creature I see?
Sharon Stone, apparently.
This is Raksha. She met you last night, although
She's in much
she's
better
changed a bit.
spirits today.
yes,
I've heard stories of Eladrin being able to change their form and their shape. This is interesting.
Yes, I'm quite sorry for Blue's behavior yesterday. I don't know what that was about.
Is that who you call her? Blue.
Well, I mean, she's blue all the time.
So who do I call you?
Raksha.
Interesting.
As you can see, she's been tickled pink.
In places, yes. Would you like to explore them? Oh, I said that to Marstair.
You sit next to you.
I am like so happy. I said, perhaps later we all can.
Ooh.
It's a possibility. So,
Perhaps to business, though.
to business. Welcome. Did you all rest well?
Well enough.
I'm gonna grab anybody. Is there somebody like serving us?
Not that you can see.
Okay, never mind then.
He kind of looks at you all and says, "Refreshments, perhaps." And
Okay.
he says, "I have a bottle of bronze waiting for you all." And you know, bronze. The Bronze March is a region to the south where they make the best wines in the world. It's usually marked by its dark bottle that has like bronze wiring wrapped around the bottom of it. That's how you can tell a bottle of bronze.
Perhaps a little coffee as well.
Coffee, certainly.
The ladies kept me up rather late, and I'm feeling a little tired. I would love that if you don't mind.
If only I was there to see it. He snaps and you see a man approach from like the behind, and he brings the bottle of bronze that's down on the table, and he puts gauntlets in front of all you all. Marcel says, "And some coffee as well, please." Yes, sir. He leaves, goes back. Welcome back.
Thank you for having us. I feel it's probably appropriate for me to apologize for our behavior yesterday. We were just coming off of the end of a really long trip, and we were rather irritable, but Ivana has explained to us what your intentions are, and we would like to apologize for the way we treated you yesterday.
And what are my intentions?
Well, she mentioned that you're just you're a good man who has the people's best intentions in mind. And to be honest, that you're much better than the rest of the people in charge here.
I kind of put my hand like on his chest and I lean in to say, I told them how important all of the organizations are to you and really how they all rely on you heavily. And perhaps your desire to gain a little bit more power here in the town.
Indeed. Indeed. So, I do love the game. I do love that you all are playing it with me.
We certainly would like to play with you.
But what I don't like, he stands up and he kind of starts to walk around the table, around you all. What I don't like is taking pieces off the board too early. It's always fun to take 6, 7 turns, setting your pieces up, knowing that you'll have a victory in another 6 or 7 turns, but every now and again your opponent makes a mistake and puts their knight into place, and if you take the knight, you've won in 3. There's no fun in that, as he keeps kind of walking around the table. Another thing I don't like is being played. As he kind of stands and looks directly at you. You all think
Play cool and drink my coffee.
You all think you have some power here, some sway in the city. You've spoken with the king. You are all strong adventurers in your own right. But let me tell you, you do not have power here. He snaps again, and the whole crowd just stops. And they start to walk out and away and start to leave. Leaving behind, first off, what you notice, so you would notice this and you would notice this. You notice there's one woman who's kind of sitting at a table off a little farther away. She's human with this thick, curly brown hair and these fine robes. She's kind of drinking tea. As Marstair snaps, everyone kind of stops, starts to leave. She looks a little confused. Gets up and starts to walk away, a little wary of the situation. But he leaves behind nine people surrounding, kind of sitting around you all. So Marstair was here. That would have put you.
Oh, fuck.
Yvonne. Would have put Raksha.
Snagged our minis.
I sure as fuck did. Luell there, and then we'll put Yoon and Nasara here. And he's gotten up and he's walked around. He's kind of back here, kind of facing over you all, looking right at Yvonne. And Yvonne, you notice that dwarven knight, Thoris, that always kind of guards him, is present. Kind of sits off over here. You also see Kita. She is
Those
off
were
in
the
this
two
corner
that
here.
were
that
guarding the
you
room
all
last
saw
night.
the garden room last night. Yeah. You also see a Goliath that you know as Wise Stalker. She goes by Wise. who is known to be who's known to be an assassin, a very good assassin, who sits way off over here by himself. You also see a woman. She's kind of an understudy to Marsh Dyer. Don't really know. She's very smart, very intelligent, but she doesn't really show any prowess in battle, at least to you. She's back over here. You also see two tieflings, one male, one female. They're both scouts. They do reconnaissance when they need to.
Tieflings?
Yep, tieflings. They're off in the distance over here.
Have I made sway with any of them?
Nope. These are all people that are very loyal to Marsh Dyer. You also see a turtle who's here, and the last two are just basically just thugs. They shake down people who need to be shaken down. One tiefling, one dwarf, and they sit together here, not on the table. One here and one here. And as he snaps, and everyone kind of clears out of the area, he kind of walks around, still looking at you all. And he says, "Here, this is how this is going to work." He's walking. You all are going to come work for me. Call back your airship. Let my crew take it over. He kind of looks at the man who brought the coffee out. He walks up to the tray of like metal shot glasses. Marshare says, "Each one of these contains the deadliest poison known to man. We're going to play a little game. The next time I say the word drink, I suggest that each one of you take the shot that's placed in front of you. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw. You with advantage, Roger."
Ooh, hello.
Can I just say good luck everyone and grant bardic inspiration for somebody?
It has to be on your turn. Yeah. So
13.
fail.
Oh, sorry. Natural 20, 26.
Okay.
19.
19.
18.
18. Nasara and Yoon both failed. I need Percy. You're going to place an natural 20 with 5.
Okay.
And the well you can place that, you'll roll with a 10 on the die. What does that roll?
17.
Everyone fails. He says,
Oh shit. Sorry.
"Do you all agree to these terms? Work for me. Give me your ship."
The ship is away at the moment,
That's not what I asked.
dear.
Stop, Yvonne. Drink. You all are compelled to reach down.
All of us?
Every single one of you. And you each take the shot. Yes. The 19 even. So as the liquid kind of hits your lips and kind of swirls down your throats, kind of sweet at first, and then a slight burn follows. It's just mead.
No poison.
Just mead. He looks at you all again and he says, we can either do this with you all in agreement, or I can do that again.
As I was saying, Marstai there. They have sent their ship away. However, we discussed that they were willing to work with you.
To play me.
To play the game with you.
To play against me, Ivana. I heard every word you said. Every one. Do you think the 77s attacked you without my permission? Fools.
Midnight Veil.
I'm sorry, Midnight Veil. You're fools. You think I would allow an attack like that to happen in the wedge without me knowing about it? Fools.
How would we know? Perhaps we put our trust in the wrong person.
Perhaps you were playing a game above your head.
Quick question. Because I was never in earshot of her when I talked to Zagal about the ring. Did he not know about it then?
Don't know. So, he keeps kind of walking around the table and he says, leave your axe, leave the bag, leave the lantern, leave your ring. Looks at you, leave the glasses. And you all can walk out of here, flurry off to victory and his ilk. Fight the fight, play the game. Be the knight on the chess table. Or you all die here today.
Or
As he walks away.
is there not a door number 3?
He keeps walking a little farther away and
It's probably his butthole.
he kind of looks back and he says, no, door number 3. He stops
Either
and
we
turns.
leave without serving you or we die. How does any of that benefit you?
I get your items. I still get to play the game with you all.
You'd kill us all for a few measly magical items.
Yes. Why not?
Because we're worth so much more.
That's why I'm saying. Leave what I'm saying, telling you all to leave, and we get to play. Or you can join me. I don't trust you. I'm likely to kill you in your sleep.
So there is a door number 3.
Sure.
Well, I like any option where I don't die straight out. What would working for you entail?
First, one of my crew takes over your ship. Second, you bring Victory's head to me on a platter. And then you are in my pocket. You do my bidding when I say, what I say, how I say.
And how would we benefit?
No, you wouldn't. Except that you'd be alive.
I'm just sitting back, drinking the coffee.
You understand, we'd have to go to where we sent our ship to retrieve it.
You think your rings escape me? You think I could see that your items are all magical and not notice that each one of you bears a ring? that carries transmutation magic that can carry messages across the planes. Fools. Every single one of you. You included, Giovanna. I knew you'd betray me one day, but to these fools, that's surprising.
Is it though?
Truly is.
That is surprising at what may be to come.
He walks a little farther away and gives you your space.
Does he walk fully away, or is he kind
I
of?
mean, he's kind of still within earshot of you. But yeah.
He's just hanging out though.
Mm-hmm.
I give you a look of like, fuck. Do I feel like he's just fucking aware of everything I can say, think, or do? Like if I send a message, do I feel like he's
Make an
gonna...
insight check.
17. No, 18.
There was a specific time that he was listening in on.
Okay.
That's really it. And he's drawn all his conclusions based on that. Seems to have done some reconnaissance on the group. He knows what you carry, but you also notice that he didn't ask for all of their magical items, just
Right.
one.
Yeah.
Except for Nasara. Didn't ask for anything from Nasara.
I
Sorry, I ain't got shit.
I kind of just fiddle like with this bracelet that I'm wearing and take a drink, and Percy hears in obviously telepathically, I don't think we can take him on. We might have to play nice.
I wasn't planning on it. I'd rather live to fight another day.
Ladies, shall we play this game?
Chris Hands at 69 is subscribed for 2 months.
Thank you.
I don't see how we have another choice.
But which are we taking, the door 1 or the door 3?
I kind of like the door where we stay alive.
Well, there's 2 doors. We work for him or we give him our things.
I, for one, will
We were planning on
Keep.
working for him anyhow.
my possessions.
We all would like to keep her ship. Agreed. We should not have the Hellcat.
And again, I fiddle with my bracelet, and Luell just hears, "We'll get your shit back." One person is easier to fight off than 10 people.
Is this a 2-way thing?
Yeah.
You could also get possessions back.
Do you think? Oh, sorry, I'm not
Yeah.
Never mind.
He would not let us leave, even if we gave him our possessions. Perhaps some more wine for us, and some food? I'm rather hungry, after all. I was up all night.
He smiles from over here. He just looks at you and just says,
You know what I like for breakfast.
"Fuck off."
You want us to play your game, but you're not playing very nice with us.
Again, I don't like being played.
But you like to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect? To play a game with people who do not play?
I expect those that deserve to bow under my control, bow under my control.
She like grits her jaw, maintains a smile. You're being a horrible host Marsteyer. Some food, please. And I think we will agree to your terms.
Which ones?
Well, you know that I don't like to part with my possessions.
But as he looks to all of the rest of you,
I don't speak for you guys.
Damn it. I know KT and Sharon and I.
I know. This is a hard decision to make.
I want to make this decision for them.
The axe is not mine to give. How can I give you something that's not mine?
you lay it on the table and I take it.
Victory's head, our ship, and our service. That's the agreement.
It is. And the bag.
What bag?
Which bag? We all have bags.
I thought the bag was part of the other agreement.
It's part of this agreement now too. You've taken too long.
That's not fair. You did not tell us there was time.
You think any of this is meant to be fair?
No, obviously not. Bastard. Well, Percy, I mean...
You see him, like, reach behind him, kind of, like, behind his coat. And he pulls out, like, what looks like a small piece of glass, kind of in a cone shape. He kind of rolls it in his hand. What was that, kitten?
Slip of the tongue. Who else guesses?
Slave. What was that?
The slave knows when to shut her fucking mouth. Luell guesses.
Good. Good kid.
Are you gonna give him the fucking bag or
Take it off my head.
Thank you.
Toss it on the table.
Wonder what could be in it.
What indeed?
What riches could be inside the bag of an adventurer? He kind of sends it over his shoulder a little bit. Can I help you, pretty one?
At this point, I'm just
Oh,
turning back
wow.
blue.
Mm-hmm.
Just
what was it? Oh, Percy, no.
got my axe in my hand.
I don't know what's in the bag.
Twirling it around. There's a table in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swing it, slam it down on the table, and
Okay.
try to basically destroy it and just let it go.
Okay. Hammer the axe and it kind of cuts through and kind of shatters kind of halfway through and it kind of breaks like our table did earlier, you know, and just kind of off to one side a little bit. Thank you. As the dwarf kind of walks up, grabs the axe, takes it out.
It's too big for you, short man.
I see about that.
That's not part of the. She's giving up possessions. Is that what you're choosing to do
He
instead?
walks away with the axe.
So I thought we were taking the other deal.
Technically, there's two deals with the. Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was just the bag. Cool. Now he has fucking Zanzax. Fantastic.
Oops.
Okay,
Sorry, Zan. Maybe he gets smoked.
So-
Gavigator.
Since you're so generous, I'll let you all leave here. Decided I'd rather play against you than play with you. I've played with some of you long enough. So you may all go on your way. Welcome again to Austin Water. As he goes to turn to walk back towards the seditious bastard, stops for a second, turns back around to you all, says, I would like to leave a parting gift, though, if you will.
My hand is on my sword.
Okay. He holds out his hand with the cone of ice, or the cone of glass on his hands, and he just goes. As you see this frost start to form and just burst out and cover you all and the table around you in just shards of ice, I need you all to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh! Whew, okay, that's not bad.
So Yoon and Nassar both succeed.
That's good.
17.
Failure.
Non-natural 20.
Success.
11.
Failure. Okay. So, those of you that succeeded take 23 points of cold damage. You're unconscious, probably.
Yep.
Yoon's probably unconscious. As the rest of you take,
Wait, you
40.
has her displacement clip.
it's a saving throw. The rest of you take 46 points of damage. As he turns, looks at you, Percy, and says, "Have fun." And he walks away as everyone kind of follows him
I'm down.
back to Seditious
I'm
Bastard.
down.
I had exactly 46 points.
Oh my god. Right. So
I'm still up.
I'm immediately going to run over to Luell and cast Bear the Dying on both of them. They should both be within 30 feet of
Yep,
me.
yep.
Um,
I'll say for the sake of this, you were able to heal everybody without them going dead, but he definitely made a show of force and walks away.
Cool. So you all can take 22 back. They were at 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
These two of them were.
And you're all left, as you all come back to consciousness, frozen and cold. You're left in this empty courtyard by yourselves in this frozen table. You minus your axe, you minus the bag of holding. What would you all like to do?
Murder a fucker?
Jesus.
I suggest we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the Horde of Victory at?
Deegan, it's the, so you guys are all in the wedge. Oh, wrong book. If you're looking at the map, it's easy to see because it's a fucking wedge. You all are here,
I'm gonna pull it up.
and Victory is in this area here. You're not too far away. Gotta get there in like 20, 30 minutes.
I don't want to go all the way. It's fine. I just trust you. I do want to get close enough to. I know we kind of discussed how different organizations send messages.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know how to get a message? I mean, I can send him, like, I can cast message to send to Vic, but is there a way to get a message to him faster?
So no one really sends messages to Vic because he's on his own little program.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to communicate with anybody. So, and really anyone from other organizations that goes to him is dead
Yeah.
because they're from the other organizations. So there's no real like messaging service that will go to him. Everyone's kind of like barred off from Victory.
Okay.
And so are you all like still here? Like what would you all like to do?
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave.
We should just leave the city.
the second we call Zagal back, we're
Let's
gonna get ambushed.
let's leave
so
the wedge. There are eyes and ears everywhere.
So as you all start to go and leave, you notice that as you're kind of moving away towards Deegan, you notice the woman who was kind of confused and didn't leave right away when Marcia snapped his fingers. She's kind of like waiting around the corner. It looks like she was like looking at the whole thing as you all approach her. She kind of leans back and lets you all kind of pass. As she looks at each one of you and kind of looks like she's assessing the damage that you all took. And she says, "Careful. We need you."
Wait, what did she look like?
So she's human. She has beautiful dark skin, almost like it's almost perfect. There's no markings. There's no freckles. Nothing. There's no blemishes at all.
Mm-hmm.
She has these golden eyes and this dark brown, curly, like long, thick, curly hair that just kind of waves down these long, extended curls. She wears white robes over red. Over like red.
Do I know her?
Make a history check.
No. 12.
12. You don't know her.
Okay.
As we walk by, I want to say, who needs us?
Everyone, my dear.
Why don't you walk with us?
Sure. As she kind of takes your hand and she lays it on her chest, you see this this pulse of magic as her face turns from that of a darker skinned human to more paler, and her hair turns kind of gold, and her eyes turn blue. She looks like a basic bitch. And
You basic.
and
Somebody got this girl a PSL.
she, God, she begins to walk with you all.
Into my juice.
Do I recognize her at all?
You do not.
Once we're out of what I know as Marseille's territory, walking with some respect, but also quick as fuck.
Okay.
Once we're out of there, I'm just gonna duck into an alley with everybody.
Okay.
And kind of like push her back. Who are you?
She follows you in, and you all are kind of like skulking a little bit, confidently, but you're trying to kind of hide. And she walks confidently behind you all, kind of her hands behind her back, and she kind of walks with you. And she just walks in the alleyway with you all, and she looks at you and she says, "Well, I am the Grand Evoker, the Grand Evoker of the name. I have so many names.
Elias Silvana?
No, I am the Grand Evoker of the Octicus Arcanus. I am Tolia. My name is Tolia Aldonis."
I'll take a really big gulp and take a deep breath.
I was sent here by the Arcanus to investigate this man who should be, by all rights, with his power on the Arcanus itself, but he uses it in a way that goes against our methods, so I must stop him.
What is Arcanus?
The Octicus Arcanus, we are a group of mages, wizards, those who study the arcane, one for each school of magic. We write the laws for the use of the arcane arts and enforce it when need be.
There are laws?
Yes, there are laws.
The world just knows the laws of nature. The law follows those.
Yes, there are laws. Those that are able to use this magic can use it for ill purposes. We want to make sure that...
My hand goes to my thigh.
She says, we want to make sure that those that are able to wield it do not wield it in a way that takes the will away from others. Hurts others not so much. That's everyone can hurt another person if they wish. It's up to everyone to kind of protect themselves. It's more about the mind than the body.
Well, it's all
What I meant. You're new here, yes? You just arrived in the city?
I am. I'm from High Pass. Yes.
I heard you were still looking to gain the king's favors.
I was hoping to, but apparently doesn't run the show around here. Am I correct in assuming this?
There are many who think they run the show. The gang syndicate is very powerful, as you can plainly see for yourself.
Plainly, yes.
Yes. Why did you intercede?
Why did I intercede?
Us.
Why am I speaking to you right now?
Yes.
Quite frankly, and forgive me for my verbiage, you're the only ones with the balls to actually stand up to that man. It looks like everyone else kind of bows before him. You all...
Balls don't really do much against magic or, power, corruption. Yeah, they're not feeling very big at the moment.
Do you know what does do things against magic?
Bigger
And
magic?
Those with the strength to harm others. It's gravity, my dear. The greatest strength you all carry with you, those who escorted the body of Azrael across the sea to bury him. Do you know your names? Do you not already have people find their way to you? Wanting to be around you. Wanting to help you. Do you have no one in your life or lives that are like that?
We have each other.
And no one else?
We have people at home, but this was before all of...
That seems like a really long time ago.
Was it not true that Victory
Oh, well,
made
Victory
his
wanted
way
our
to
help
you?
more than...
Did Marstair not seek you out himself?
What is it you want with us?
I want that man dead.
Oh.
What can you offer?
Well, I'm not as strong as he is, but I am fairly strong in the arcane. And I'm an evoker. I specialize in damaging.
Does the rest of the Octicus know of us?
More know of you than you realize. Yes, all of the Octicus Arcanus is aware of the five of you and your smaller friend, who I have not seen, but not of you.
She's a new addition to the party.
Perhaps you guys, for probably the first time, see her really nervous, not sure what to say.
Where are you all going right now?
We don't really know.
Vic. Maybe, if we can find him. Away from the bastard.
He's gonna have eyes on us everywhere we go. And how can we be sure that you are not already in somebody's pocket?
That I'm in someone's pocket.
I just met you, I don't know.
How much money did he just take from you all?
I don't know. How much money did he take, Percy?
Well, you should all have your shares.
Yeah. How much money did he take?
Wow.
What else? What were you freaking out about? That was in the bag, baby.
He has my book.
You keep your book in the bag of holding?
That's stupid.
You're stupid. You're stupid. Shut up. Luckily, I have diamonds on my prayer necklace, so if anyone dies, we're good.
Oh, fuck our diamonds.
But the diamonds and my book.
Nick, what would I know? Does she need the kind of like the blessing of the king? Like what?
All you know is that she seemed to have come to town looking to talk to the king.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably get her in to
yeah.
see the king.
But that's all you really know,
Okay.
is that she's looking to talk to the king. Now you've got more information than you had before, that she's actually investigating Marstair.
Yeah.
She's heard of his power. and
What
she
do you
wants to-
know of him?
Well, I know they call him the bastard king.
What do you know that not everybody knows?
Well, I know that he's a powerful diviner. Unfortunately, the Grand Diviner lives across the sea in Drakisvilden, so he's not here. They sent me.
Is he actually is he actually bastard?
Well, if history tells the story straight, King Stormguard was promiscuous outside of his bedchambers and made some very big mistakes in his life, so he may not be the only bastard if he is a true bastard. Looks much like him. A little frightening? Yes, I think he is. And what he just did to you all was against the laws of magic.
Oh, good.
Making you take the drink. Unfortunately, I can't stop him on my own.
Well, obviously we can't either. So,
We have many people who can help. Or a few. I don't know.
We need an army.
And where do you suggest we find one of those?
One was offered to you.
If we take them out.
not to take them out, but if we take them out.
As you said, things were fuzzy. You didn't agree to anything yet.
If I had my way, you all would burn your way through this city and kill every single one of them, one by one. Some might not advise that, but that's my way of doing things, hence
If I had
Grand
my way, I would agree with you.
Evoker.
At this point, Well would also agree with you. Well only had small lists. Now Well has pretty big fucking list.
I think we all agree that we would like to take out everybody at this point.
Could we drop a giant rock on the city?
Not yet.
Metaphorically? Literally. Not
Are
literally.
you blue again?
Yeah, she's blue.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, Talia kind of like reaches into this pouch and she pulls out this fine leather-bound book that's got like dyed blue edges and gold filigree all along it, and she kind of opens it up and she goes,
This is actually
I don't know that spell yet, unfortunately. It's outside my realm.
But it is doable.
After many, many years of practice, possibly.
If we had Syl. I miss
And
Syl.
you notice that the mention the name Syl, her face just kind of like, you've all met Syl?
Oh, she's a very good friend of ours.
Still?
She was
Celestina, right? Pink hair.
Queen Elisanda, yes. She
very good friend.
taught me what I know about transmutation. I'm not a transmutation specialist myself, but she taught me quite a bit. Was she with Azrael when she was? Is she still here?
No,
She had to
unfortunately,
leave.
she had to take care of businesses.
She went to her home realm.
The Outlands. Damn.
Can you get us there?
No, I cannot.
Well, can eventually. Maybe.
Yes, but what do we do now? Could you go to Vic?
What about the king? Do you think us seeing king would help?
It is. I don't think it would hurt.
Well,
Oh.
then maybe we go see king first.
We can't show that we're scared.
No, you cannot.
If we show up at the king,
Not scared, but obviously we have not accepted offer of. That was what he wanted us to prove, was that we were not accepting offer.
he can't know that we didn't have a choice.
No.
I'm afraid I probably would do you harm if I went to the king with you.
Then would you like to try to find Vic?
I can try to find Vic. Yes, I can do that.
On your own.
I will go with her.
Against that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look, I don't know if you're a friend yet, but you're definitely an enemy of my enemy, and I like to keep those pretty damn close.
I will change my appearance to go see the king.
That may not be a bad idea.
We should not travel through the city this week. I need a weapon.
Why did you give yours up so freely?
What choice did I have?
Is there a safe house anywhere? Any way for
Are there
us to
safe
travel?
houses?
That you know of are all Marstires. They belong to Marstires people, and they are implanted in other districts. But there's usually they're called house mothers. People who watch over the homes.
There is no safe house, but I do know a shop we can go to that lives above the organization's rule, and perhaps we can get some supplies from him as well.
It's as best as I've heard so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him to Mabisho Boko.
Okay. So
Mabishi.
you take them. Okay. Where did they go? Everything's gone.
Maybe you should mobile.
No. Okay.
Mabishi
Got 'em.
Boko.
Yeah. Mbeshi Boko.
Mabeshi. Okay.
So.
I am going to change my appearance before we get there, though.
Okay.
Well,
Question.
I'll wait.
And I'm pretty sure so has there been any evidence of the masks anywhere?
The masks.
Yes.
You mean
Yeah.
no?
Has anyone been following us?
Make a perception check.
Don't fuck me. 20.
20. There was for a moment, but as soon as you kind of started walking away, they left.
Okay.
Seems that he wants you on the board.
Just to be safe, I'm going to kind of take the long way to Mabeshi's place.
And as you all head your way towards Mbeshi, he Tolia kind of says, "Well, since you all are on your way, you all can find me just outside of town. There's a small farmhouse to the south. It's the first one that you'll see. I am staying there. I'm going by the name of Barbara while I'm there. It's quite embarrassing, honestly. But it's a good cover. Just show up there, ask for Barbara, please, and I will appear and you can speak. But if you all want to take me to the king, that's the best way to find me, and we'll go from there."
Could you perhaps meet us before sundown to visit the king?
Where?
Where would be the closest?
Yeah, like what's a
To the
like
castle?
close, but not like within eyesight of like the gates to the castle, like maybe like an inn or a tavern.
That would probably be the marketplace that's in Mayfair, which is actually just north of. This is the wedge. Mayfair's here. Big old market right there that you can meet at,
Okay.
and then go in there. There's a couple of cafes that you know of that people kind of go to hang out and chill, and that's usually like a good meeting spot. There's lots of people.
Yeah.
Most of them unaligned to the crime organizations.
Okay.
That'd be the best place to be.
Okay. Yeah, just tell her to meet us at marketplace at sundown.
She says, "I will see you then."
Thank you, Barbara. Can I do an insight check on her?
Go for it.
20.
20. She seems pretty honest. She didn't seem like morally perturbed by what he did to you all.
Right.
More like, should have done that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I gotta kill this fucking guy. But she seems to be on your side. She
So
doesn't
neutral, but
Pretty much. Yeah.
He
okay.
broke the law.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
She's lawful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she snaps her fingers, turns invisible. Go.
How do you intend to change your appearance?
I hold up my finger and I go, we're in like an alleyway, right?
Mhm.
And I just walk down away from everybody a little bit and just ah! Like, I scream out, like, loud, but still trying not to, like, gain too much attention. Take a few deep breaths. And I come back. I'm sorry. What did you ask?
Right. So whatever the fuck that was. How do you intend to change your appearance?
Oh. It's a simple spell.
I thought she was gonna pull a rock show.
Unfortunately, I wasn't born with my abilities. I was trained in them at a young age. However, I will wait to do that until we get to the marketplace. Perhaps let's go see. Is it Mbeshi?
It's Mbeshi. Mbeshi Boko.
Let's go see Mbeshi. If for nothing else, a neutral place to catch our breath.
Okay. So you make your way to Hasto, which is along the north side, northwest side of the city that kind of it borders the lake itself. You make your way through that district until you see yourself in front of a building that stands out from the rest. Usually you have one or two buildings in this city. You have the white brick block buildings of the main thoroughfares, and you have the shitty wooden shacks that are kind of there's no in between. But as you approach this building, you see that it's actually there's a wall around it cramped earth, and it's like hardened mud. It looks like mixed with some straw, dried very heavily. There's this wall of ramped earth. There's a gate kind of built into this ramped earth, made of metal, thin metal, but it's metal nonetheless. And it's painted blues and purples and reds, very colorful, very vibrant as you approach it. And hanging from it is a sign that simply says, "If you have business, you may enter."
Well, we have
Look
business.
over the
Right? Yep, I walk through.
Okay. You open the door. It like just kind of shakes open as you kind of open the door. Even though you slightly open it, it still kind of like shakes its way open. And what you see is it's a mud building. It's a building made of dried mud with the same material of the straw kind of built in with it, but it's looks like it was built from bricks of this dried mud, then packed over with the mud. And it stands 3 stories tall. 3 stories tall with multiple entries. There's no doors, but there are entryways and that lead to rooms. And it looks comfortable for being built of mud. And as you kind of enter and you look at this building in front of you, coming from the shadows within, you see a very dark-skinned man with thick, matted dreadlocks kind of pulled back with very fine robes on. They're again very colorful, not blue, but like fucking periwinkle, like any colors that you can think of, but the most vibrant of that color, the brightest of that color, kind of just mixed in over. He's not wearing a shirt under his robe, but it's kind of tied around the waist, and this heavily muscled chest kind of sticks out from it. As he steps out and he says, "Welcome to my home. I am Mbeshi. How may I assist you?"
Good morning. My name is Ivana.
He takes your hand and kisses your hand and says, "Welcome, Ivana." And
Thank you so much.
maybe?
Well,
Luel, welcome. He goes through and he asks each of your name. He says, "How can I assist you all today?"
To be quite honest, we may have interest in purchasing some of your goods. However, we are seeking a neutral place to find respite, even if just for a minute, and to perhaps ask of the things you have to sell. My friend here is looking for a new weapon, a sturdy one, as you can see. She's quite strong. Would you perhaps allow us in?
Please. Yes, enter. Follow me. As he walks in, And as he steps in, and yeah, even the floor of this building is made of mud. But on top of it are these, it's dried, hardened mud, but on top of it are these lavish, like, carpets and rugs.
Did you say what race he was?
Human.
Oh, he's human, okay.
And he leads you up these stairs to the second floor to a main sitting room in the middle of the building. And sitting in the middle of the building is this finely ornately like carved wooden table. And as you look around this room, set into the walls itself are these cages, these filigreed cages that kind of look to slide open if they're unlocked, and each kind of holds something within it. You see hanging from like a bust, like this amulet. It's like a red-looking amulet. You see a harp in one of the cages, a set of boots. There's a candle, a red candle that's not burning in one of the cages. And then kind of like hanging in a scabbard, you see a rapier kind of hanging in a scabbard on one of them, and a rod, a spell rod. Can't know what kind it is, but it's behind a cage. There's a potion sitting behind a cage, and in the middle of the room, on this armor stand, you see a dark black set of heavy plate armor with these hooked edges on every joint, even the fingers, and this like evil looking helmet kind of set on the armor rack. It's out in the open as he sits at the table and says, "Tea, anyone?"
Yes, please.
Thank you.
You all sit.
Yes.
You all sit, and he snaps his finger, and these teacups appear in front of each one of you.
We all take 46 poison damage.
Burning.
Scalding. Tea burn. You did.
8 million. And this hot tea appears in front of you all. It says, "So you all wish to purchase items from me?"
As I said, we're interested in to know what you sell and to make your acquaintance. I've heard of you for a long time. I've always been interested in meeting you.
We're new to town.
You came in with the Seeker, yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
You come at a very interesting time in the history of the city. A king who wants to change things. The ruling class who does not want to change. Welcome.
Thank you. You seem to be very on top of the going-ons here.
Well, of course, I live here, do I not?
Some people don't like to know.
You mean ignorance? The ignorance is bliss.
Willfully so, yes.
Yes, of course. Yes, no, that is not me. I much actually enjoy watching the game from afar, these fools making blunders and follies against one another, hurting each other in horrible, horrible ways. They're all bad people. Yes, I do like to watch from afar.
I've heard that your money, if you don't mind me saying so, and your influence keep you above any influence from the gangs.
My money and my influence. You mean my small army of bodyguards, yes?
Yes. I've
You
also
guys
heard
haven't
of them.
seen anybody else but him.
I've heard that you do have a small group of adventurers who protect you.
I have multiple groups of adventurers that protect me or work for me, yes.
Curious, what do you have them do for you? I am only familiar with the operations of the gangs in this city, and someone who does not operate within them is foreign to me.
I collect items. As you can see around you, I collect lots of things.
Impressive collection.
Luell does envy your collection. Luell is a kind of collector. Luell likes to learn.
Good. Good. Well, maybe I will teach you one day. So, you seek a weapon.
Yes.
What kind of weapon do you use?
Normally a big axe.
An axe. Double-headed, single-headed, great battle hand.
Single great?
Good. Good. Oh, unfortunately, I have nothing like that in my inventory at the moment. But I know someone where you can get one. Not magical, but it is a great axe, nonetheless. You seem a strong, capable elf. Seems to be a ladron, if I'm not mistaken. The blue skin of the Winter Court.
That obvious?
Yes, as is the drow who walks with you, or half-drow. The purple eyes are a dead giveaway of the half-breed.
I've been told.
A free tabaxi walks with you all as well, along with a turtle. Don't see many of those around here. And Yavanna. Things not go so well with Marstaire anymore.
Do they ever for very long?
No, absolutely not.
Things have taken a very sudden turn, and while yes, she's looking for a weapon for her own use, we perhaps may be looking for a larger weapon against certain organizations.
What do you have to offer me?
I don't presume to know what would be an appropriate offering to a man such as yourself.
Do you have money?
Not
Some.
much, little bit.
We have some.
Something tells me you're not quite interested in that, though.
Well, it depends on the amount.
Our amounts wouldn't suffice.
No.
We have connections as well.
With whom? And who could add to my collection?
We don't have anything to offer that would improve this collection. It's quite impressive.
Listen,
she
grab
kind
her
of
lantern.
I'm okay.
What does that do exactly?
It shows things.
It shows things.
Like, wink.
What does it do?
It is indeed magical.
It reveals things.
Do I just see her lifting the flap of
She just this flap that she's lifting, and like there's nothing happening. Like there's light burning inside of it, and he's like, I don't understand.
This is amazing.
Love
I get a
has not yet
demonstration?
learned fully what it does.
So mysteries.
It reveals
we have.
invisible things, yes? That's what it is.
Is that what it does?
Well, I think so, but she has not had time to experiment.
Are any of you able to become invisible and give me a demonstration?
We go invisible.
Okay.
Wink.
And then you all see Yavanna just sitting there as the light shines on her.
Oh, I just offered this. Wink.
Do not worry, young Llewell. It is not much of an offer, unfortunately. Well, it is very interesting. It's
We
not
do
quite as
have
powerful as-
connections, though. With the Octicus, we know a few people that work
The
with them.
Octicus Arcanus?
Do they not interest you?
No.
As
do
I
not
said,
like me one bit.
Why don't you tell us
yes.
what you want?
You have no money. And very interesting.
Just
Yes.
a whipper.
Well done, Llewell. Well done. I seek something.
Don't we all?
Oh, we have found people find the things before.
It's not here. You need to leave the city.
What a shame. We loved it here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that we could leave the city so easily.
Looking at lakefront properties.
What is it that you seek?
I seek an amulet. It currently lies underneath the dwarven city of Nildegraz. It's in the north.
Hey, it's a good thing we know the king of the dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Right?
You say that out loud.
I mean, might as well at this fucking point. Everybody knows our business.
You mean Ogrum?
He's a good friend.
Yes, I've met him once or twice. Ravenhoff for a shield. It was refused. Stubborn dwarves.
Would we be met with resistance if we went for this amulet?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't lie within the city, it lies under the city.
Oh,
Deep under the city.
what has never been?
Under a dwarven city.
Yes.
Under.
Chrissy doesn't like the underground.
Let's
You
say
just see her get super nervous all of a sudden. Like,
if perhaps this was something we were interested in helping you with. Could it be an IOU? You see, I don't think we're in a position to leave the city without a fight, which is what we need your help with. I know you just met us, but how could we garner some trust from you?
So you're offering that if I assist you all in getting out of Oslavar, you will travel to Nildegraz, traverse Nildegraz itself, go beneath Nildegraz, search for this item, and bring it back to me. In return, what is your payment?
To kill Marstair.
If I wanted to kill Marstair, I would do it myself.
Why don't you want to?
Does not interest me.
Would our assistance in getting this artifact interest you?
That interests me.
if you know where it is, why haven't you gotten it yet?
Well, I don't go to myself.
But you have an army of adventurers.
They're busy. Well, they're protecting me. Why not add another group? Someone who I can trust.
Yes.
Who can trust me.
Why not?
Can give you the respite you would seek within the city. A safe place to sleep while you are here.
Would you be interested in helping us take him out in exchange for this?
Make a persuasion check.
That dice has not been doing well. Okay.
I'll show you.
27.
Sounds like fun.
Doesn't it? I'm all about having some fun.
As am I. Anything else you will require from me?
Maybe a weapon, if you've come across one. For option.
I can get you a regular great axe today. No magical properties, unfortunately, my dear, but I can get you something.
She's capable enough.
I am sure. Where did you come across the mantle?
Why?
Family heirloom?
Question mark?
Purple direwolf.
Yes.
An iridescent purple direwolf. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Would that be in the offer as well?
No.
Just thought I'd ask.
You get your amulet.
Understood. You have a safe space here while you are in my home.
Thank you.
Place to rest, so you each get your own room.
What kind of shoe Percy look like? I can wait.
That's very generous. Thank you.
And in repayment, I will sneak you out of Oslavar. You may travel to Nildegraz as you please. Retrieve this amulet. Come back to me, victors. Stronger, richer. And then we will kill this Marstair together.
Yes, that would be favorable.
Good.
Would we be allowed to go step out? We have dinner dates.
Oh, right.
Of course. You may.
I have one question for you.
He kind of sits back and he kind of snaps a little bit. You see him kind of, and you hear, as this bronze pseudo dragon, about yay big, kind of runs out, pops into his lap, and kind of runs up into his shoulders and kind of goes on his neck as he kind of scratches. Yeah.
And I have a very comfortable demeanor now again. You seem very confident in your ability to take out Marstaire.
Well, not mine. My people.
He's more powerful than he lets on. Much more. He defies the laws of the arcane.
As do I.
Our possible connection to the Octicus doesn't take kindly to people who defy the laws.
Well, then I suggest you do not tell this connection of my goings-on and my hoarding of cursed and magical items.
Can you confidently promise that you are more capable to help us than the Octicus?
Depends on how many of them are here.
For now, one.
Who is it? You traded information. Is this not true, Yolanda?
It's not a secret.
Who is it?
Her name is Tulia.
Talia Aldonis, the Grand Evoker.
Yes.
That sounds like fun as well.
She means no harm as of yet. Her focus is on Marstaire. She doesn't need to know of what you do.
She also seems to be kind of person if I do not see the thing, it's not happening.
She might prove a valuable ally if she's kept at a certain distance. However, I do not trust the organization she works for. And perhaps our friendship can go beyond the matters of Marstaire, if you feel the same way about the Octicus.
I may.
For now, though,
Enjoy your dinner date.
Thank you.
Is that
Yes.
what it is? If you like to wash up, clean up here, you have access to that.
I would love a bath. Thank you so
I
much.
have one drawn for you right away.
I appreciate that.
And he kind of looks up into a dark corner, and this woman you have not seen before steps out from the darkness and like walks into a room
That's creepy.
on the other side. Enjoy your bath.
So is anyone else concerned about the fact that we have no idea what this amulet does, looks like, or like no? Are we?
Have you never retrieved artifacts that you did not know what they did?
I mean, I'd like.
You just heard
If I'm expected to go underground.
Pamplemouse's voice in your head. Yeah, I know. It's like,
No, I don't think so.
That was different.
It is called the Amulet of the Plains.
Amulet of the what?
Plains.
Amulet of the Plains.
How do we know when we find it?
You'll know.
Right, a lot of people say that, but there are a lot of magical
It's a
items.
small disc. Has a symbol of each of the outer planes around it.
Just the outer planes?
Yes.
Perhaps some more information after we bathe and go eat dinner.
I was imagining grassy plains, not.
An amulet that
She
whenever
goes,
you wear
"Oh,
it, you
those
can see
plains."
the grass is
And
growing.
right
Right
to
away,
it.
that's where my mind
I
goes.
love it.
Yeah, I was like,
It's cool.
Well, enjoy your baths.
Is it like a large house bath room?
No, there's smaller baths. There's like 3 rooms, each with its own smaller bath.
So individual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna linger for a second and. What does it do?
yeah.
This amulet.
I was gonna wait for everyone to go take their baths. I figured. And
Well, if the wearer is able of casting the spell plane shift, they can plane shift to any of the outer realms at will.
do you know plane shift?
I do not. I'm a collector, not a user.
If you collect something, powerful enough, you could use it.
I could. But he looks at the suit of armor that's in the middle of the room. He's like, but not all things are good for the soul.
You did say cursed items.
Oh, I did. Want to try it on?
I'd love to.
He's a very, very lovely person.
No,
I'm
thank you.
sure.
We've had enough curses.
He?
He.
He who?
Try it on, you'll see.
I think we're all right, thanks.
Good call.
Is there more like that?
Like what?
Whatever he is.
Oh, I'm sure.
What is he?
Pretty sure he's a demon.
Yep.
Well, can I heckle someone and then go take a bath?
Yeah, I went to bath.
More of this demon bullshit.
Well, I will go about my day. You all can pick a room, any room on the first level that is not currently occupied. If you find a chest full of items, it's probably occupied by one of my other adventurers who are away. But you'll find rest. You'll find peace here. And when the time is right, I'll get you out of the city.
Thank
This
him
is-
for his hospitality.
Going to be a fine relationship as he stands up and he walks in. The pseudo dragon kind of hops off his shoulder and flies to a window.
I
Kind of
want it. I
perches.
want it.
As he turns, he walks up the stairs. You'll all go up to your baths, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
All RP.
Minus 1 colon of cold.
-1. Completely out. Take it out.
So,
Percy's really pissed.
is the Feywild one the outer plank?
No.
Yavanna is pissed and crying in the bath.
Raksha
Imagine
wanted
her
to
sitting in the
smash
bathtub, like
Mr.
hair sticking to her
Stare, but
mascara running.
She waited till nobody was around.
You're Jessica Biel and Blade Trinity, just sitting in the shower. Just
She's freaking a little bit for multiple reasons.
All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up tonight. I love the RP sessions. This is the best part of D&D in my mind. So,
So good.
if you've never done it, play it. Role play. It's amazing. Thank you all again. Check out Dungeon Depths at dungeondepths.store.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Go buy some of our stuff.
Go buy some merch.
Please.
There's some fucking socks in there, guys.
They're so
Like,
cool.
Yeah.
And if there's something that you really want to see from us that is not there, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Anything else, ladies, before we head off for the night?
If you want to continue to see great streams from us uninterrupted by technical issues, please donate. Every little bit helps. It keeps us running. All of this stuff comes out of our pocket or from donations. And we work with some janky stuff, to be quite honest. So any little bit helps us keep a really seamless show running for you guys. And we
Yeah.
appreciate all of your support.
We do it all for you
whatever it
guys, really. Like we love playing D&D, but being with you all, it does bring an extra element that I think we all do love. So we'll see you on Sunday for Natural One.
Natural one.
Monday for Minds with the Ministries. And if you want to chat with us in between, follow us on Instagrams,
Mm-hmm.
Twitters,
Check out my stream on Thursdays. And
Check out our
Spaces,
stream on
or
Hit
whatever.
us up.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, and
Check out my LinkedIn
yeah.
profile.
Who's on LinkedIn?
Oh God, please don't.
We'll chat. We'll hang out. But thank you all for showing up.
Thank you so
we'll
much.
see you here next week for
We'll,
Christmas.
we'll be playing the rerun shortly afterwards.
Yeah, be right afterwards. You guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Crying cornmeal, bye.